About to get underway in the grand final of the second division first in the Southern League, 1992, and away we go. Umpire Owen threw it into the air, down onto the deck. Everyone piles in on the ball, and the umpire moves in and says, I'll have the ball. Thrown up in the air, we've got Jelliff and Gardner go. Gardner gets the tap down onto the ground. Hand passed out, forced out again, another throw out. Finally, there's a hand passed out, but the umpire moved in and said, no, that didn't come out clean enough, I'll have the ball. So he's going to bounce the ball. We'll throw it up, as I have to do all day. Gardner gets the tap. Highett West into attack, high into the air. The players fly, tap down onto the ground. The opportunity here for Jones. Jones kicks it towards centre half forward. Another hand pass out here. Here's McKinnon. Opportunity to score for Cheltenham. The ball picked up here. Oh, a high tackle. The umpire says in the back as well. So the free kick will go to Cheltenham through the agency of Brett White. So Brett White has the first opportunity in the first minute of the game to bring up the first score of the game and a chance to put Cheltenham on the board. In he comes. Stabs at the ball into the full forward zone, no score. Tapped away there by McDonald, and 1 point goes on the board to Cheltenham. Didn't kick through that ball hard enough, just a short stab type kick. The ball to be brought in by Light. Light favours the outer side of the ground, the centre wing. The players fly us down onto the ground. No one can get hold of it. Finally, Highett come away with the ball, hand passed up. There's a scrummage of players. The ball's kicked off the ground there by Goodchild towards the centre half forward zone. The opportunity, oh, there's a free kick. No, a bit slow in giving that the umpire on that occasion. Light thought he was going to get a free kick and waited for it. It didn't come, and then finally the umpire paid it. Kick towards the centre by Light, out of the half forward flank. The opportunity for Highett West, but intercepted there by Jones, and Jones kicks it towards the full forward zone, and nipping in there nicely was a Cheltenham player to take the mark about 25 metres out, and that is Clavelli. So once again, Cheltenham kicking against the breeze in this quarter, as they will be, has the opportunity from directly in front, 25 metres out. In he comes, left footer. Oh, it's veered right away at the last moment, and it's only gone through for 1 point. So Cheltenham are two behinds. Highett West yet to score. Ball to be brought into play by Light, captain and coach of Highett West. Gets to the outer side of the ground. Players fly, tap down onto the ground there by McKinley. Jones gets the ball, another hand pass out wide. The opportunity for Cheltenham again, a kick off the ground there by Ryan. Was on the full, so the free kick will go to Good for Cheltenham. This is the defensive side of the ground when you're kicking against the breeze. Not easy to kick goals from out on this flank, but Good has the opportunity, runs around on the mark, puts it up into towards the face of the goal. The ball's drifting, but a mark at the back of the pack there. I think it's gone through for a point anyhow. So another point on the scoreboard to Cheltenham. So Cheltenham open up with 3 behind so far. Highett West yet to score. Light to bring the ball in. Gone down the centre this time. It'll be into the mud patch. Oh, almost a good mark there. Interference as well. And the free kick will go to May. Down onto the ground again, scouting nicely there was Colbert for Cheltenham. It's into the goal square area, but kicked off the ground there by the Highett player, and they force it out over the boundary line. Still no, he's kept it in play. Still in play, but it's still 3-1. Cheltenham has the opportunity to come forward. Dispossessed. There's a free kick there to Tony Jelliff, who was down, and I think it's kicked out of his hands. Jelliff has the ball for Cheltenham. Kicks it towards the half-forward flank to a good lead there by Good, it looks like. So Good is moving from one side of the ground to the other. Good will kick from about 55 metres. He's kicking into the breeze. Should be able to land the ball into the square. Because the ball is not heavy at the moment. He's run very close to the man on the mark. It's into the goal square area. a kick forced through once again for another behind to Cheltenham. So Cheltenham now move along to 4 behinds. And Highett West yet to score. Highett West actually haven't come over the centre very much at this stage. Light goes to the outer side of the ground. He's looking for his teammate there in Coates, but Coates can't do anything. Cheltenham still have the ball. They seem to have the numbers. McKinnon has the ball from the hand pass, sends a short pass out to his man on the half-forward flank, and that is Robinson. Robinson looks like he's on a left footer. He's coming around from the half-forward flank, kicking it towards the full-forward zone. The players fly down onto the ground. Highett West come away with the ball, hand pass it out wide. Here's another hand pass out to Jolliffe. Jolliffe runs into a brick wall, kicked off the ground once again. Highett have the opportunity to come away with the ball, but here racing down from the centre wing. Oh, he's grabbed very high. He's allowed to play on. He's kicked towards the goals, but I don't know whether they played the advantage or not. They have. He could have got the free kick, and unfortunately for them, they never scored. The ball thrown in the forward pocket on the defensive side of the ground. Tapped away there by Gardner down onto the ground. It's going to be very difficult for him to do much with it. But so far, they've kept the ball in the air. Good mark there going to Coates for Highett West, and they can go into attack for the first time. Kicks it out wide, not a very good directed kick. Tapped along the ground there by Burke. Perks grabbed. Another hand pass out here by Dewhurst. Dewhurst hand passes out to his teammate. A good mark here right in front of the scoreboard to Andrew White for Highett West. Play there by Claxton to get it on. Hello, he's gone over the mark. There's an infringement. And he's reversed the free kick. I didn't quite pick that up. I was watching the player actually having his kick, but there was an infringement. The umpire was right on the ball there. And the free kick goes to Donnell for Cheltenham. Donnell in the back pocket. Kicks it high into the air. Need a big mark here. Players fly. A bloke at the back. Looks like the Highett West player in Gardner, the ruckman, takes the mark. He'll put them into attack. Torpedo punt, wobbly type of one. Donnell knocks it down onto the ground. The opportunity for, grabbed high. He stunned him. And finally they come away through Goodchild. Goodchild hand passes it out here to Atkinson. Atkinson finds his teammate in Dickens. Dickens kicks it out towards Robinson, and Robinson doesn't let him down, takes the mark in front of McDonald. And they're on the centre wing. He races inside play, kicks towards the centre half forward zone. Oh, and the players fly and everyone jumps over the top of it. McKinnon gets the ball, taps it out wide. The opportunity for the Cheltenham player. He's dispossessed, tried to beat the pack, got beaten. Free kick then, looks like against Dickens. Kicked out wide here. Here's a chance for Claxton. The ball running free. Dewhurst has the opportunity to get bounces up for him. Doesn't. Hand pass back into the by Cheltenham again. Dickens has the ball, chipping in nicely. Does he take the mark? No. No mark played. It hit the ground. Oh, they're going in hard, Cheltenham, real hard. They're letting Highett know that they're in a ball game at the present time. Players fly. A good mark here will be taken by Brendan Mayhe. Brendan May kicks to the half-forward flank to the lead. Finds his teammate there in Glenn Favell. McKinnon gets the respective hand pass. Kick towards the half-forward flank there. Ball down on the ground. Threads his way through the Highett West player. Kicks it here towards the centre half-forward zone. The players fly. They weren't watching one another. They butter up well. Cheltenham. Atkinson out to the centre wing. 2 against 1. Oh, he battles hard for the ball. Here's the chance for McDonald. McDonald dispossessed. Tackled very hard by Goodchild. And the ball goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw-in. So Cheltenham come away very quickly from the back line. Highett West haven't settled down as yet. The ball thrown in. It's Jolliffe and Gardner. Gardner gets the tap. Player dispossessed. Down onto the ground. Kicked out to the half-forward flank. The players fly for the ball. Almost a mark there to May. May backs up. Well, gets the free kick. Too good for Claxton at the present time. A short pass here. Intercepting is the Highett player, and he's scrummaging all over the player. Finally a kick out of the pack. And they dive for the ball. May takes the mark, kicks it out to the half-forward flank. It's one-on-one situation. There's a battling hard for the ball. Bumped out of the road. Highett West have the opportunity to get the ball. He's grabbed, dispossessed, dragged to the ground. Free kick goes to the Highett West player. And that looks like Faulkner. Kicked up to the centre wing. There's plenty of Cheltenham players here. They get the ball. Another hand pass out. Here's the opportunity for Highett West to come away through Coates. Coates gets the ball, kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. He's dragged down, pulled down by the neck. A free kick will go to Green. Green about 70 metres out from goal. You can land this into the square. They haven't got too many there at the present time. A lead here given by Wallace. The players fly, knocked down on the ground. Plenty of Cheltenham players, and they come away through Goodchild. Goodchild kicks it wide out to the centre wing, and it goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in centre wing. Ball to be thrown in once again. It's Jelliff and Gardner. Gardner gets the tap. The opportunity here for Faulkner. Faulkner kicks it towards the... Oh, good diving mark there by Wallace for Highett West. So Highett West have the opportunity to get a score on the scoreboard. They've yet to score. They're kicking with I'd say at least a 2 or 3 goal wind. Even though it's not raining and it's fine, it looks like it'll probably remain fine for next 30 or 40 minutes. In here comes Wallace. They need a goal here. Highett kicks it high into the air. It's drifting, and it's going to go through for 1 behind. So 1 behind to Highett West. That's their first score. And they're 1 point, trailing Cheltenham 4 behinds. And we've been playing for around about 19 or 20 minutes. Donnell will bring it in for Cheltenham. Kicks it towards the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. The players fly for the ball. A good mark taken there by Peter Jeans. Jeans passes it quickly on to his teammate in Atkinson. Atkinson has a good look at where he's going. Kicks it towards the centre wing, and leading in the race to the ball there was McKinley who takes the mark. They've got numbers everywhere, Cheltenham, at the present time. Highett West haven't settled down and they're not manning up. The ball down on the ground. The player tried to get hold of it, tackled right across his body, and he couldn't get rid of it, and umpire Owen moves in to throw the ball up. Owen will throw the ball up slightly forward of the centre, Cheltenham's way. Tap procured by Gardner, down amongst the pack again, tapped out into the wide open spaces. Leading to the race, the ball is Cheltenham, and they kick it off the ground through the agency of Mahey. And centre wing, ball up, throw in. Players fly, tap procured by Jelliff, down on the ground, battling hard as the Highett player. Highett player hits it out wide. Dewhurst kicks it off the ground, not a very penetrating type of kick, finally comes away through the agency of Colbert. Colbert kicks it out wide. Mark taken there, looks like Jones has taken the mark for Cheltenham. He kicks it short, poorly directed. Mark taken, dragged down, no 20 metres or 50 metres. Corrie has the ball, kicks it out wide, poorly directed. He's good knock away there by Dickens. Down onto the ground once again. They dive in on the ball. The opportunity for Jelliff. He gets the hand pass quickly out to Goodchild. Goodchild kicks the centre half forward. Players fly. It's down on the ground. Jones had the opportunity to come away with it, but the umpire moves in as they all fall on top of it. So there'll be a throw up. Centre half forward for Cheltenham. Cheltenham done most of the attacking to this stage. Knocked down onto the ground. Here's McDonald battling hard for the ball, gets a hand pass out. His teammate did, and got collared very high, and will take the free kick. Hard to pick his number up, but it looks like it could be Jensen. Kicks out to the centre wing. Players fly. Jelliff almost the mark. Kick off the ground. Another hand pass out here. Highett battling hard for the ball. Tapped it out wide at the wide open spaces. Down on the ground again. Here's the opportunity for, looks like Jeans. He gets a hand pass out to Jelliff. Jelliff kicks towards centre half forward. Runs through. The opportunity for Jones. Jones doing nothing with the ball, just lying on top of it. The umpire said he couldn't get it out anyhow. So we'll have a throw up at centre half forward. Ball thrown up at centre half forward. Players fly. Big tap out by Gardner. Shark there by Robinson. Kicks it towards the full forward zone. A tap procured by... Didn't quite mark it good, but raced on with it and kicked a goal. So Cheltenham are 1 goal 4-10. Highett one behind. Ball back in the centre once again, about to be thrown up. We're getting moving up to the 25-minute mark of the first quarter, and Cheltenham doing most of the attack. Gardner gets the tap, not a very conclusive one, down on the pack, picked up here by Goodchild again, kicked it out to the wing, down onto the ground once again. The opportunity for Highett, he can't control it, jumps over the top of the player, thrown out of the pack, not seen by the umpire, and they play on again. Goodchild gets the ball. They're battling hard, Highett West and Highett on the wrong side of the umpire, but it wasn't a very good effort, and the free kick will go to Cheltenham through the agency of McKinley. McKinley kicks towards centre half forward. Oh, chipping in there nicely to take a good mark. As the Highett West player races on very quickly, kicks towards the half forward flank looking for his teammate, but intercepting nicely was Jeans for Cheltenham. He short kicks it to the wing, and the same person who kicked it before in Jensen has taken the mark. He kicks towards the half forward flank, a big pack of players, nearly a mark to the Cheltenham player. Here's the Cheltenham player trying to force his way out. Another hand pass out to Jones. Jones knocks it on forward, has the opportunity of getting it. They all sit on top of him. Finally, there's a sea of players, and the umpire probably have to move in here. He's given them the opportunity to get it out, and they can't get it out, so he'll throw it up on the centre wing, slightly favouring the Highett West end. They're into time on now. It'll be Jelliff and Gardner to go the tap. Gardner conclusively got the tap, taps it on further. The players dive on the ball. He's got the ball, hand passes it out to Jeans. Jeans gets it out wide, finds a man there in May. May hand passes it over to McKinnon. McKinnon, a scrubby old kick, goes straight to Gardner on the wing. Gardner's got to move this ball on very quickly. He tries to break away, kicks it up towards the half forward flank. The players go almost a mark there to Cruz. Cruz can't do anything about it. Here's the Cheltenham player caught with the ball, a kick towards the centre wing, and the player going to chip in there for Highett and take the mark, centre wing. They've been confined to the flanks nearly all the way. Scrubby old kick, it's going to come off for him as Green takes the mark, half forward flank. Still about 70 metres out. Has to put it towards the goal square. Kicks it out towards the face of the goal, the centre half forward zone. Players fly, it's down on the ground. No one there for Highett West. Oh, hand passed up into the pack, got away with it. Desperate full-back work there by Donnell. Down onto the ground, the opportunity for Claxton. Claxton can't control it. Down onto the ground again, a kick off the ground on, and it goes out on the full. And the free kick will go to Corrie. Corrie kicks towards centre half forward, races on. No one's grabbed him. Here's the opportunity. Hand pass back by Walsh, kicks it torpedo, and everyone let it go, and Donnell says mine, and he just waited back and took the mark on his chest for Cheltenham to repel this particular attack. The three-card trick came off again. Donnell kicks it to the centre wing, and the players fly, and a good mark is taken there by Stuart McKinnon, the captain of Cheltenham. A long way out of position. Good left foot kick towards the centre wing. The players fly, pushing the back. Free kick gone unnoticed, tapped out wide. Here's the opportunity for Corrie to get it. He taps it out wide to the Highett player. He's quickly dispossessed and cleared away by McKinnon towards the half forward flank. Kept on his feet, the Cheltenham player. They're battling for the ball. It's kicked up into the wide open spaces, and everyone falls on top of it, and the umpire has to move in to throw this ball up. Must be almost on quarter time. Cheltenham done a very good job to this stage. Ball thrown up at centre half forward. The players fly. Tap procured by Gardner. Shark there by Cheltenham. Scrubby kick along the ground. Good effort there by McDonald. Oh, he's grabbed very high. That looks like Light got grabbed. And the umpire moves in very quickly to settle them all down, and Light, the captain and coach of Highett West, will have the kick. Well, at the present time, Highett West haven't shown any semblance of the form that they've shown in the first semi or the preliminary final. Jeans almost marked it. A threaded hand pass out here to the pack. Tried Cheltenham to Jelliff. Jelliff wasn't very well directed. An attempted kick off the ground misses. Kicked out wide to the wide open spaces. The players fly. Tapped down on the ground. Players fall on top of the ball once again. They're scrummaging for the ball, but they're not going to get it out. And the umpire will move in half forward flank for Cheltenham and throw the ball up again. Bit of pushing and shoving on behind play. The umpire not seeing that. Play goes on. Kick out of the pack. Oh, bumped out of the road. Here's the opportunity for Cheltenham. He's trying desperately. I think looks like Light's come around and kicked it away. Can he pick it up and clear the ball away? He finally does. Gives the hand pass infield, kicks it towards the centre to no one in particular. Here's a player working his way forward. Looks like Faulkner for Highett West. He races on very quickly, just kicks it towards the half-forward flank. Green and Atkinson battle for the ball. Green kicks it off the ground once again. It'll go out over the boundary line in front of the scoreboard here. Very close to quarter time now. The boundary umpire coming around here to pick the ball up to throw it in. We've got Jolliffe in the ruck here for Cheltenham. They lock arms, tap down by Jolliffe towards the boundary line, and he goes out over the boundary line. May didn't make much of an effort, but that's good defensive football. And the ball to be thrown in half forward flank. Highett West badly need a goal. Tapped away there by Jolliffe. Jones gets the kick. Chipped in nicely there. It looks like Faulkner. Faulkner chips it over quickly. No, it's Bernie Ryan. Chips it over quickly to his teammate, who's probably more central but further down. Kick towards the full forward zone. Here's the opportunity for White to take it, but he couldn't control it, and it goes out over the boundary line. Another boundary line throw in right in front of the scoreboard. Ball thrown in. Players fly, it's down on the ground. Jones gets it, kicks it back towards the half-forward flank. The players fly, and there's the player drifting in to take the mark in Gardner, the ruckman. He kicks it deep out to the centre half-forward zone. A big lead here given by Andrew White. And he'd be on the 50-metre mark, kicking from the 55-metre. Short pass, kicks it to Cruz, and Cruz marks 30 metres out directly in front. So here's the opportunity for Highett to get their first score of a goal on the board for them in this particular grand final. And he comes. Ooh, it's a scrubby kick. I think it might have enough on it though, and he puts it through. So Highett West move along to 1-1, trailing Cheltenham 1-4. Ball back in the centre once again. Quarter time just about on the wing. Ball thrown up into the air. Gardner gets the tap. It's down on the ground once again. It's in amongst the mud and slush, and they dive in on it, and the umpire will have to move in and throw the ball up once again. Umpire Owen on this occasion. Up it's thrown. No one really got the tap there. It's down on the ground. Gardner has the opportunity, kicks it out wide. The opportunity for Highett to come into attack. He's bumped off the ball. Goes out to the centre wing. A great battle between McDonald here and Robinson, and it goes out over the boundary line before anyone can do anything with it for their sides. Centre wing, slightly favouring the Cheltenham men. The ball thrown in by Jeremy Spencer. No one got the tap. Down onto the ground. They're all trying to do something with it, but it's tug of war, and the umpire moves in and says, I'll throw it up and we'll have a new start. Quite a big crowd here today at this grand final of the second division. Southern League first. And here's Cheltenham into attack again through Goodchild. Goodchild kicks it across, but intercepting nicely. There looks like we've got a Highett West player there. Good torpedo. It'll come over the back of the pack. Here's the opportunity for the Highett West player through the agency of Coates. Coates kicks it towards there. Donnell knocks it on forward. Donnell still diving forward on the ball. And good defensive football there by Mark Donnell. A great stalwart for Cheltenham over the years. Ball thrown high into the air. The players fly. Jolliffe gets the tap. Goes down to Goodchild. That's Peter Goodchild, and he kicks. Another hand pass out and intercepting nicely there is the Highett player. Looks like Gardner again. He's getting plenty of kicks behind the play. Players fly. Claxton can't take the mark. Kicked off the ground. Slipped through. Gone past Jeans. Another kick off the ground coming up. It's smothered. Players flying in for the ball. Diving on the ball. They're all scrummaging for the ball, but finally it looks like McKinnon has the opportunity of getting it. Claxton pulled out of the ball. Cheltenham come away with it through Jones. Jones kicks it out towards the half-back flank. Dewhurst leading the race, the ball, he gets it, taps it, keeps it in play, but diving across the line with the ball is Atkinson, and it's out over the boundary line, half forward flank for Highett West. The ball thrown in once again. Players fly, tap procured by Jelliff. Attempted kick there by Favalli, still on the ground, battling hard for the ball. They can come through the agency of Peter Goodchild, and he's found the mark quite nicely. Landed about a yard inside the boundary line and slid over the boundary line. So we're up on the centre wing now. Ball to be thrown in once again. Gardner going the tap, gets the tap nicely over McKinley. Claxton kicks towards the half-forward flank. The players fly it down on the ground. Here's a chance for Cruz. He's grabbed hold of him. He can't really get it out, but the umpire's a bit hard on him. He's indicated the wrong way, but the free kick came up because he didn't really get it out. And Cruz has the ball. He short passes it across the centre half-forward zone. The players fly. Here's the opportunity for Green. Green ducks and weaves, kicks towards the goals, and it's a good snap from Paul Green. And Paul Green puts through Highett West's second goal, and so Highett West now lead 2 goals 1, 13. Cheltenham 1 goal 4, 10. Back in centre again, and umpire Anthony Owen about to throw the ball in the air, and it's Gardner and Jelliff. Gardner gets a big tap out again, a good punch out. Tried to be trapped there by the player in coach. Finally it's kicked off the ground, a short kick by Cruz. Finds, and it could be quite easily 50 metres there, and nearly a throw, and there's a bit of a dust up on. We'll wait for the umpire to have full control of this, and they're pushing and shoving and throwing punches, and we'll find there'll be a free kick to Paul Green. And Paul Green makes no mistake and puts it straight through. So Highett West now move on to 3 goals 1, 19, leading Cheltenham 1 goal 4, 10 at quarter time. Well, the umpires are in there trying to settle the game down, and trainers, emergency umpire. It certainly was a nasty little incident that we saw there right on quarter time, where Green took the mark in the face of that Cheltenham player coming down, and he did really crash him down, and subsequently was given 50 metres, and on the siren, or after the siren actually, because the siren went just after he took the mark, he put through Highett West's 3rd goal. So they finished the last 5 minutes of that quarter very well to give themselves a lead of 9 points at quarter time. Ball about to get away in the second quarter of the grand final of the 2nd Division first, and away that goes down onto the ground. Kick off the ground once again. It looks like they're using a new ball too, I'm not too sure. But anyhow, the ball's kicked here by Cheltenham towards the half-forward flank. It bounces and bounces and goes out over the boundary line. Half-forward flank. In between forward pocket and half-forward flank. Cheltenham into attack very quickly in the first minute of the second quarter. Ball to be thrown in. It's Gardner and McKinley. Gardner misses it, tapped onto the ground. McKinley and Jones dive for the ball. Here's a stunning attempt by Ryan to get it going, and finally goes out over the boundary line about 10 metres further around. The ball to be thrown in half-forward flank. It'll be Gardner and McKinley will go. McKinley gets the tap for Cheltenham, down onto the ground. Griffiths gets bumped over the line, and another boundary line throw in. Ball thrown in. Gardner gets a big thump away towards the centre wing. 2 players meet very heavily there. It's out over the boundary line. The boundary line throw in once again. Ball thrown in, hard and high. The players fly. It's down onto the ground. The opportunity here for Highett West to come away with it. It goes into the puddle again, or the lake, and they really can't get it out. They're trying to tap it out. Finally, it's forced kicked out of the pack. Knocked away there, I thought, but the mark will go to Griffiths. Griffiths has the ball for Highett West at centre half back. Kicks it towards the centre wing. Good kick too. Nearly a mark there to the Cheltenham player. He's down on the ground. He got a heavy knock too. That was Peeler. Kick off the ground there by the Cheltenham player. Tapped further along the ground. Cheltenham leading in the race. The ball kicks it off the ground. Another kick off the ground by Highett West. They're going for the kicks off the ground. Here's the opportunity for Highett West to get into attack again, but they can't as the ball is smothered and goes over the boundary line in the forward pocket for Highett West. The ball to be thrown in once again. Highett West player there in a lot of trouble down there. Looks like it is Faulkner down onto the ground once again. Kick off the ground. Highett West player dragged back out of the play. He'll get the free kick too. It looks very much like Terry Walsh, and it is. Terry Walsh now coming in to have a kick from the half forward flank. Put this into the square. Torpedo, it's going close to the line. Tapped down onto the ground. Picked up here by the Highett player. You can't control it. Players diving in on top of the ball, and the umpire will move in and throw the ball up. A lot of players around the ball, thrown up into the air. Peeler trying to get the tap, does get the tap. Kicked off the ground, McKinnon can't control it. Here's the opportunity to kick towards the full forward zone. Donnell knocks the ball away, he still couldn't control it, and it goes off the hands of the pack and it goes through for 1 point. So Highett West get the first score in the second quarter, and Highett West now move along to 3 goals 2. Cheltenham 1 goal 4. Like Donnell's going to bring the ball in, kicks it to the centre wing, the players fly, good mark over the back there, goes to Terry Walsh. He kicks it out to the half forward flank to the good lead there, looks like Paul Green on the 50-metre mark it is. Kicks it towards the full forward zone, a good kick too. Players will fly, it's knocked down onto the ground. Everyone dives in on top of the ball and the umpire will have to move in and throw this one up once again. Ball to be thrown up, 30 metres out from the Highett West goal. We've got Gardner and Peeler. Peeler gets the tap, kicked off the ground there by the Cheltenham player. Leading the race, the ball is the Highett player through the agency of Jensen, kicks it towards half forward flank. Here's a short kick, making position and uses his body well, and that looks like Cruz has taken the mark at centre half forward. Cruz has the opportunity here to bring the 4th goal up for Highett West, and it'd be a handy one to have. In he comes. Oh, he slips as he kicks it. Touched through by Donnell, and so Cheltenham now move to 1-4 still, and Highett West move along to 3 goals 3. Donnell to bring the ball in, favours the outer side of the ground. Good kick. Makes the centre wing, tapped out into the centre. Leading in the race, the ball is Cheltenham. They dive in on the ball, butted up beautifully by Goodchild. Gets the hand pass away, smothered down into the centre. They're battling hard for the ball here. Pavel trying to do the same thing. And they chip in there very quickly. Hand pass out here by Jeans to Peeler. Peeler dispossessed. Donnell falls on top of the ball. And the umpire moves in and says, I'll have the ball. Thank you. Sorting the players out a little bit. Very tense at the moment. Ball thrown up. It's Peeler and a tap procured by Cheltenham. Tap down onto the ground. The opportunity for May. May can't control it. Finally it's kicked out wide to the centre wing. Almost a mark there to May on this occasion. And coming away nicely, it looks like Colbert. Colbert kicks it towards the centre wing and it goes out over the boundary line. So centre wing. Member side of the ground, the ball to be thrown in. Peeler and Gardner will go the tap. They lock arms. No one really got the tap. Dive in on the ball as the Cheltenham player, and stalemate once again. Throw up by the central umpire. Throws it into the air. Peeler and Gardner Gardner gets the tap out in the wide open space. Good use of the body there by Robinson. Couldn't trap it though. Still, here's an opportunity for Claxton. Claxton battling hard for the ball. Ooh, they meet one another very hard on the centre wing, but it's out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. Right in front of the Highett West coach's box there. The ball thrown high into the air. Peeler and Gardner. Peeler gets the tap. Nothing really conclusive. It's down on the ground. A good tap out there by Claxton, but the umpire had blown the whistle for a ball up. Throw into the air once again. Peeler got the tap, tapped away there by the Highett West player. Two players met very solidly, trapped out of the pack by the Cheltenham player and kicked. Peeler got the ball, quickly played on to May. May has the opportunity, cuts in play towards the centre half forward zone, looking for the big mark, tapped down onto the ground by Light. Here's a chance for Dewhurst. He taps it along the ground. He's battling hard for the ball, and it goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. Half forward flank for Cheltenham. Cheltenham haven't scored in this quarter as yet, and they've got the use of a 3 or 4 goal breeze. Gardner gets the tap, sharked there by McKinnon, kicked on forward. He made good play here, out here to Jensen. Jensen races away with it, kicks it out wide. It's a race for the ball, battling hard. Kick off the ground, attempted there by the Highett West player. Here's the Cheltenham player, gets it out into the wide open spaces for his Robinson. Robinson gives a short pass here to Good, and Good marks it very safely on his chest. Another short kick, and it's trapped there by the Highett player. He can't get it out, it's just not coming out. And the umpire moves in and says, I'll throw it up. 35 metres out from the goal for Cheltenham. Cheltenham badly need a goal here to keep intact. Players fly, tap procured by Gardner. Highett get the ball, tap it out. Here's the opportunity for the Cheltenham player. And he goes in hard for the ball. That's Colbert. Down onto the ground, they come away with the ball through Light. Receiving the hand pass, kicks it out wide of the wing, into the water it goes. Down onto the ground they go. A good hand pass out to the wide open spaces. Tony Peeler gets the ball, gets a hand pass out quickly to Favell. Favell kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. The opportunity here for Walsh to butter up and clear it. He does. He kicks it out wide. May leads in the race for the ball for Cheltenham, but he can't control it either. And it goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. Centre wing. Peeler the opportunity here. And Gardner. Peeler gets the tap out the back. McKinnon tried to trap it, does trap it, gets a hand pass out. Hand pass there by Cruz. Cruz gets the hand pass out to Faulkner. Kick to the half forward flank. Oh, there's a free kick there, I think. And it goes to, a bit hard to see his number now, but he passes it nicely, or trapped there nicely there by Thomas. They kick towards the centre half forward zone. He dropped the mark, gets the kick on, not a very good kick. Diving in on the balls at Cheltenham and the Highett West player, but no one can get hold of him. The umpire's right on the spot and he'll ball it up. Very difficult to get it out of the mud there. Throwing it up in the air once again. Gardner and Peeler. Peeler got the tap, it's down on the ground. No one can really get it out. Jones tries desperately to get it out, but it doesn't come out, and the umpire will have another start to the game. Right in the mud, centre half forward position. Players fly. Peeler got the ball. Shark by Cruz. Another hand pass inboard. Kick off the ground there by Jones. Picked up here by Good. Good's kick was smothered. Snapped towards the goal. And only a point on this occasion by Favelli. And that's the first score for this quarter for Cheltenham. So they move now along to 1 goal 5-11. Trailing Highett West. 3 goals 3-21. Light to bring the ball back in from full back for Highett West. Kicks it to the half forward flank. Here he's on his own, takes a good mark, and looks like it's Terry Walsh. Terry Walsh kicks it out, finds a teammate in Gardner. They're making position along the flank. Another short kick, but they're gaining things. Attempted to hand pass it on, but then decided to kick it, and that was Faulkner, but ill-directed on this occasion. And chipping in nicely was Colbert for Cheltenham, and he's going to transfer play over towards the centre half forward zone. The players fly, tap down on the ground. Who's the player who's going to get first to the ball? The umpire's caught up in amongst them. Finally, Gardner comes away with it, kicks it towards the centre, and the resulting kick has been marked by Corrie. Corrie kicks it towards the half forward flank. The players fly, and he was dragged down, the Cheltenham player, but he still broke clear, got the ball. Going to kick it out. There just seems to be so many players around. Finally, here's a player made position. Jeans on the centre wing. He sends a short kick, gets it over to his teammate who doesn't control it very well, Dickens. Finally he does. Gets another big hand pass out here to his teammate. They're mucking around with the ball, but finally he has a kick. That's May. The players will fly. It's down onto the ground. The opportunity for Favelli. He can't get hold of it. Finally they come away with another hand pass out. They thread their way out and they work their way out nicely with the ball. And that's McAuliffe. Michael McAuliffe gets it poorly directed once again. That's 2 or 3 occasions they've gone forward, Highett West, with poorly directed kicks after doing all the hard work. The ball down onto the ground, or McKinnon's interfered there with, looks like Gardner, and going the tap. Gardner kicks it out wide. He's made position again on the centre wing here. And that's Jensen, and Jensen kicks it to the half-forward flank, leading the race to the ball. Once again is the Cheltenham player. He can't control it. It's on the ground, tapped out wide. Green trying desperately to do something with it, but finally they come away through Atkinson. Atkinson kicks it to the centre wing, poorly directed, and chipping in nicely is Jensen again. He plays on. Short kick again, and he finds a Cheltenham player. So present time they're not really directing their ball very cleverly. Jones kicks towards the half-forward flank, tapped down onto the ground. They battle hard for the ball. It's forced very close to the boundary line, still in play. It's a stalemate. Finally, the Cheltenham player tries to get through, but the umpire says, no, it's held against your body. I'll have it, I'll throw it up. Half-forward flank for Cheltenham. Cheltenham getting nowhere at the present time. Very poor system on both sides' parts so far. Gardner gets the tap. Down close to the boundary line. It's forced out over the boundary line, half-forward flank on the Cheltenham end of the ground. Jeremy Spencer to throw it in. We've got Gardner going the tap. It's a short one and the wind grabbed it. Jones tried to get it, got it. Jensen gets it, kicks it towards the centre wing, and it goes out over the boundary line before either player or either side can do anything. And the ball to be thrown in once again. It's Gardner and Jelliff. Jelliff gets the tap. It's down into the middle. Oh, he goes to kick the ball into the pack. It's down on the ground. They can't get it out once again. And both sides are finding it very difficult to hold their feet and also to create good play. Jelliff has just come onto the ground. Gardner got the tap. Jelliff has the opportunity, taps it forward. Hand pass back into the centre of the pack. Back into the centre of the pack again. Another opportunity, bundled out of the road. They dive and scrummage for the ball, and the umpire will have to move in once again. Well, the umpire's giving them plenty of opportunity to try and create the play or do something with it. So long as you do something with it, he'll let it go. Throw up in the air. Gardner gets the tap. Goes out over the boundary line. Centre wing now, 10 yards further up towards the Highett West end. Gardner getting a lot of taps so far. They're having a lot of trouble, Cheltenham, in the ruck. Gardner again, gets the hand pass, held on to it a long time. There's a player hung on to Cruz, gets a kick out of the back. The opportunity for Cheltenham once again through the agency of Jeans. He gets the ball, turns around, kicks it towards the flank. Players will fly, tapped away there nicely by Bernard Ryan, away from his opponent in Favel, and we'll have another boundary line throw in. Ball thrown in. No one can get the tap. McKinnon finally gets the tap. Player Griffiths coming through, gets the hand pass out. Jensen gets the ball, kicks it out to the wing. But too far for his teammate there in Coates, and Coates cannot get a hold of it. So we have another boundary line throw in centre wing. It's between centre wing and half forward flank for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Gardner grabs it out of the ruck, can't get hold of it. Another hand pass out of the pack. Cruz goes in hard to the pack. Finally it's picked up, it's kicked down towards the flank, but it's go over the boundary line for a bit on the full, and the free kick will go to Ryan. Ryan runs in play, kicks it deep to the centre wing. Players fly, it's down on the ground, and amongst all the players once again, Cheltenham having a lot of difficulty getting any system going, and the ball goes out over the boundary line once again for a boundary line throw in. Cheltenham open up exceptionally well in the first 10 or 15 minutes against the win in the first quarter, but since then they've been nullified. Down onto the ground again, Gardner gets the tap, kick towards the centre half forward zone, the players fly, in comes Claxton, high on his chest, takes the mark for Highett, kicks it towards the centre half forward, short kick, tapped away, dragged out of the play. Free kick looks like going to Goodchild. Cheltenham have been playing with 17 players for the first 15 minutes of this quarter. Poorly directed, Jensen doesn't take the mark, and pass out. Oh, there's a free kick. McKinnon is dragged by the shoulders down. McKinnon kicks it out here to his teammate in good hand pass over to Robinson. Robinson has a snap for goal, but way offline and out of bounds on the full, and the resultant free kick will go to, looks like Jamie Reid in the back pocket here. And Jamie Reid has the free kick in the back pocket for Highett West. No leads forthcoming. Looking for a lead, he'll just have to kick it into the pack. There's 20 players. He kicks it into the pack. Tapped through, knocked along the ground. Players dive in on the ball. Once again, it goes out over the boundary line. So no ground gained at all in that little bit of foray. The ball thrown in once again. McKinley gets the tap, taps it towards the boundary line and goes out about 5 yards away from the point post. Player warming up over there for Cheltenham to come onto the ground. Ball thrown in once again. It's Gardner gets the tap, picked up by McKinley, has a snap for goal, and what a tremendous team lifting goal and great snap. And Terry McKinley for Cheltenham puts their second goal on the board, and they move along now to 2 goals 5, trailing Highett West 3 goals 3. Ball back in the centre and the throw up once again. We've got Jelliff and Gardner to go the tap. Jelliff gets the tap. Hand pass out of the pack. It goes to nowhere underneath the pack once again in the mud. And the umpire moves in right in the centre mud. Almost in the centre circle once again to throw it up high. The players fly. Once again, Jelliff gets the tap. Down amongst the mud again. Kick out of the pack attempted. Another attempt out of the pack once again. They're finding it very difficult to keep their feet and get the ball out. McKinnon gets it, slung off the ball, finally picked up, kicked out by Corrie towards the centre, almost dragged in there by the Cheltenham player. He can't control it. They set upon the Highett West player and he gets the free kick, and the free kick will go to Adrian Coates in the mud. He kicks it towards centre half forward and they're chipping in nicely to take a good safe mark. It looks like McKinley. He gets it out wide to his opponent, to May. May hand passed it back in field, but it didn't come off, but Jeans gets it. Can he tap it along? He does to May. It goes across here to his teammate, looks like Chris Harris. Chris Harris gets it. McKinnon didn't take the mark, drops it. Oh, his players are set upon it. A heavy kick into the ground, goes straight into the water. Another hand pass out. They're battling hard for the ball. This is a tough type of football that's got to be played now. Sitting back here at centre half back is Griffiths, who takes the mark. He's right in the puddle of water, so he really couldn't play on. He's kicked towards the centre wing, not a very good kick. Here's the opportunity for Jensen, he gets it. It wasn't Jensen on that occasion, it was Mikhailovic. Tapped down onto the ground, tried to kick it off the ground. Cheltenham desperately defending here. Another hand pass out the wide open spaces. Donnell has the ball, has the chance to kick it out, kicks it into the pack. The opportunity here for a very good snap there by Andrew White. He kicked it low and kicked it hard. No one was at home and it went through for 1 point, unfortunately for Highett West. So Highett West now move along to 3 goals 4, 22. Cheltenham 2 goals 5, 17. Donnell will bring the ball in for Cheltenham. Looking for a lead. To favour the outer side of the ground. Good kick in. Players will fly. Jeans almost marked. Tapped down onto the ground. Here's Highett. West looking dangerous. Scrubby old kick by Green. Donnell kicks wide out to the flank, and this will be out of ground on the full almost. No, it isn't. And the boundary umpire fell over at the crucial stage too, but kept his eye on the ball and said, yes, it's out of bounds. It bounced out of bounds. So it's half forward flank for Highett West. The ball being thrown in. Players fly, great conglomeration of players. Finally it's got out by Jeans to Jones. McKinnon leading in the race of the ball. Looking Does a short kick. It's marked, no 10 metres. Played on by Corrie. Kicks it out deep into the centre area. Dewhurst kicks it off the ground. Here's the opportunity for the players, and they meet one another very heavily. The ball in a sea of mud. McKinnon gets the ball out wide. Can he get it out wide? And he does. Jalop kicks it out wide. The player wasn't looking. It's still been kicked off the ground. They come through hard. Goodchild went hard for the ball. It's still battling hard for the ball in the half-forward flank. Very tough football. Claxton gets hold of the ball eventually, and he's tackled very quickly and brought to the ground. And the free kick will go to Cheltenham, half-forward flank. Kicks it to the centre wing, and it carries a bit down onto the ground. Jones has the ball, sidesteps, kicks it towards the full centre half-forward zone, down onto the ground. Here's a chance for Good. The opportunity here for, looks like May. He kicks it out wide. Leading to the race of the ball is White, and it'll beat him over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in at the 50-metre mark on the Cheltenham scoring end. It's McKinnon will go the tap here, I would think. And it's tapped down once again by Light, out of bounds, and the ball will be thrown in once again. Players to fly for the ball. It'll be McKinley. Tapped away there. Here's the opportunity for White. Kicks it towards the goal sticks, but way offline and also out of bounds on the full. So the free kick will go to Corrie for Highett West. Kicks it out the half-forward flank. The chance for Favell to take the mark, and sits back and takes it. He runs inside. The left footer kicks towards the face of the goal. The players are flyers down onto the ground. Who's going to get hold of this ball? He's trying to get it out. It's not coming out, and the umpire will move out and take the ball away and throw it up into the air. 20 metres out from the Cheltenham goal. Cheltenham badly need a goal at this stage. Ball thrown up into the air. Tap procured by McKinley. It's down onto the deck. Can Highett clear it? Light gets it, kicks it out of the half-forward flank. Here, it beats the player there. Another kick off the ground, puts it out in the wide open space. Another kick off the ground here by... looks like Ryan. Goes out to the centre wing. Jeans taps it out towards the boundary line. Can't get over to it before it goes out over the boundary line for another boundary line throw in. Slightly favouring the Cheltenham end. On the centre wing, the ball thrown in the air. The wind grabs it. Corrie comes through, taps it on, dragged out of the wall. Good play, Corrie. Took the punt. Got the ball. Kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. But here's the chance for Goodchild to get the ball for Cheltenham. Kicks it a beautiful pass towards the full forward zone. Down onto the ground, knowing get hold of it. Highett West have the opportunity to come away with Griffiths. He tackled very quickly. Light gets the hand pass out to his teammate in Faulkner. Faulkner kicks towards centre. Jolliffe gets the ball. Hand passes it to Goodchild. McKinnon takes a good, strong mark here in the pocket. He's 35, 40 metres out from goal. Probably have to kick from around about 50. He's a left footer. He's a strong kicker of a football. It's a heavy football though. So in he comes. Puts it up high into the air. It's going to go very close. The players fly. Tap down. Oh, the player comes charging through there and ran through with it. And that was Chris Jensen for Highett West. So only 1 point goes on the board for Cheltenham. And Cheltenham now move along to 2 goals, 6, trailing Highett West 3 goals, 4. Light for Highett West will bring the ball in. Favours the outer side of the ground. It's high into the air. Jolliffe has the opportunity here. Taps it down on the ground. Beset upon quickly. Tried to get it out. It didn't come out. And the umpire will move in to throw the ball up. It'll be Jolliffe and Gardner to go. Gardner gets a big tap out. Here's the opportunity for Robinson to get it. Makes play. Kicks it out towards McKinnon. McKinnon almost marks it. Can't control it. It's down on the ground. He sat on the ball and the umpire will have to move in and throw the ball up. Dewey McKinnon's a very strong type of player, strong marker. Couldn't quite control it. Players go. Gardner gets a tap. Here's the opportunity for Brendan May. He gets it out quickly to his teammate and Robinson. Down onto the ground. Chance for Jones. They're battling hard for the ball. Still scrummaging for it. Ryan comes away with the ball with a kick, but intercepted nicely. Here's the opportunity for Cheltenham. Will he come back inside? He does. Kicks towards the full forward zone and down onto the ground it goes, and the siren goes for half time. And at half-time, we find Highett West 3 goals 4, 22, kicking 3 behinds in that quarter. Cheltenham are 2 goals 6, 18. So there's 4 points the difference at half-time. Game to get away here in the third quarter of the Southern Division. 1992 grand final in second division. Away they go. It's down onto the ground. Here's the opportunity for Cheltenham to go into attack. Jella picked it up. Smothered. Still in the mud. They try to kick it out. Smothered kick again. Finally they force it forward. It's a bit like rugby style all day. Here's the opportunity for Gardner. Gardner has the ball in the centre. Has the opportunity all on his own. Sends a torpedo punt towards the full forward zone. Met there very heavily by Thomas. They come away. Cheltenham with the ball. Jelliff has the ball. Another hand pass over the top. He's caught. Still down on the ground. Tapped on forward. Ooh, he went down hard for the ball there. The good child, and the player came through there from Highett West to try and kick it off. Nearly collected him. Good child plays on now. Kicks it towards the half-back flank. Here's the opportunity for a player there. It looks like McKinley, it is. He's at centre-half forward position. Screwed off the side of his boot. Not a very good kick, but drifting in front of the pack. Nearly brought it down. Hit the deck. Player scrummaging for the ball, but the umpire moves in to throw the ball up once again into the first couple of minutes of the third quarter, often termed as the championship quarter in grand finals. Ball to be thrown up half-forward flank. Oh, he's decided to bounce it. Funny old bounce, a big tap out there by McKinley, but Highett West come away with the ball. It's a good penetrating kick, rolling and rolling. The opportunity here for May. May and Claxton battling hard for the ball, well backed up there by the Cheltenham player, and he kicks the ball up and finds his teammate on the half-forward flank. He immediately plays infield, kicks it out to Goodchild. Goodchild kicks towards centre half forward, not very well directed, and in front of the back we find it's... to pick him up, actually it's Griffiths. Griffiths goes to the centre wing, tapped down onto the ground. Jelliff gets the ball, gets a hand pass out to Jones. Jones has the ball, swings it towards centre half forward. Chipping in again is Griffiths to take the mark at centre half back in front of Kelleher by the look of it on that occasion. Ball kicked towards the half forward flank, almost a mark there to May. Hand pass out by Goodchild, finds McKinnon. Good penetrating kick. Players fly, two players spoil one another, and they finish up losing the ball. Both Cheltenham players spoilt one another there, bad play, and they didn't go on with it. Griffiths gets the kick, kicks to the half-forward flank, almost a mark there to May. Donnell tries to come through, grabbed on the neck, they play on very quickly. May has the ball, plays it out the half-forward flank and sliding into the ball. We find it's good. Good a half-forward flank, kicks it towards the full forward zone. Going in the pocket, drifting away, it's down onto the ground, tapped along further. Here's the opportunity for Cheltenham to convert here, kicks it back infield. The opportunity for a player who hasn't been on the ground, nearly controls it, does he? Robinson gets the hand pass out, Griffiths gets the ball, cuts infield, goes to the outer wing, finds his teammate in Claxton. Claxton's a bit slow going to it. They're battling hard for the ball, tapped along the ground. The opportunity for Highett West to come into attack once again, tapped along the ground, scooped out. Handballed infield to Dewhurst. Dewhurst gets the ball, kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. Chance for Cruz, well directed kick, and Cruz just forward of centre half forward can put Highett West into attack. Looking for a lead, kicks it over towards Wallace. They flied for the ball. Pavel was in front. Hand pass by Thomas over to his teammate in Jelliff. Jelliff gives it over to Michael Goodchild. Goodchild kicks it over to his teammate there. It looks like Colbert. Colbert kicks the centre half forward. It's down on the deck. Can they do something with it, Cheltenham, on this occasion? And everyone falls on top of the ball, and the umpire has to move in for a ball up. Forward pocket for Cheltenham. Been in attack most of the time in this quarter. Oh, very poor bounce. I think he ought to give that away. Good has a snap towards goals, but it goes off the hands of the pack and out of bounds 10 or 15 metres around from the point post. The ball to be thrown in once again. Players fly, tapped out there by Cheltenham. Player from Highett nearly came through with the ball, didn't quite get it. Good gets it, has a kick, no more than 10 metres, tapped out into the wide open spaces. Here's the opportunity for Highett West to come away with the ball. He kicks it off the ground. There's a great race for the ball here as they go down towards the centre wing. There's 2 against 1. Oh, he's pushed him in the back, got the ball, got it out wide. Here's the Highett player, used his body well, Jensen. Jensen gets the hand pass out infield. The opportunity for Corrie. Corrie kicks it towards the pocket. Players fly, big tap out there by Atkinson and knocks it towards the boundary line, and it's out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. Right on the 50-metre line. Highett West scoring end. Jolliffe works his way to the front. Big tap out there. Another tap forward. Green can't get hold of it. Goodchild can't get it. Cruz kicks towards the goal. Tapped away there by Donnell before it can go any further towards Andrew White, and a point goes on the scoreboard to Highett West, and they now move along to 3 goals 5, 23, leading Cheltenham 2 goals 6, and that's the first score in this quarter for either side. Donnell gets the ball, favours the outer side of the ground. A good mark has been taken by Jeans. He plays on very quickly. Short kick. Is it going to land? It's out of bounds in the full, very poorly directed. Short kick here from the resulting free kick goes to Faulkner. About 10 or 15 metres further up. That was by Walsh. Here's Faulkner, kicks it towards the full forward zone. The players fly it down on the ground. Good child gets the ball, breaks clear. Good play, kicks it towards the centre wing. Players fly it down on the ground. It's over the back of the pack. Highett West got the players here, intercepted brilliantly there by White. White kicks it towards the pocket. Players leading the race to the ball. Light has the ball. Dummies, turns around, he's in a bit of trouble. Finally breaks clear, gets a long hand pass out to his teammate. There looks like Jamie Reid. He kicks towards the pocket. Good child leading in the race to the ball, but it'll beat him over the boundary line, and a boundary line throw in half forward flank for Highett West. Highett West kicking with the wind in this quarter. Ball thrown in. They're battling hard for the ball there. Jolliffe gets it. May gets caught. Tried to break his way through the pack. Well tackled there by Corrie, and Corrie has the free kick. He plays on very quickly, kicks towards the centre half forward zone. The players will clash there, but taken good mark there by Atkinson at centre half back. Atkinson plays on, kicks towards the centre, very poorly directed. Jensen chips in to take the mark. He had better options than that. Short kick, tapped away there by Jeans. Here's the opportunity for Faulkner. He's beset upon. McKinnon dives on the ball. They all dive on the ball, and the umpire will move in for a further throw up. Centre half forward for Highett West. Ball thrown up. It's Jolliffe and Gardner. Gardner gets the tap out the back to Highett West. The ball's down on the ground. Coates has the ball, tackled brilliantly by Jeans. Kicked along the ground by the Cheltenham player. Tapping it further along the ground, kicks it along the ground, further along, and the ball is out of bounds on the half forward flank for Highett West on the members' side of the ground. Ball thrown in. Jolliffe gets the tap, goes to Robinson. Robinson gets a short kick. Another kick out of the pack. The players will fly, no one can get near it. They're battling hard for the ball. McKinnon tackles the player very solidly. It's out into the wide open spaces. And diving on the ball there by May. May is in strife. Gets a hand pass intercepted. Kick off the ground. Is it going to roll the right way? No, it's going to go out over the boundary line. No, it's still in play. Still in play. Still in play. And he's out of boundary line. Used the safety of the boundary line there. And Anthony Thomas. The ball thrown in right beside the point post. Jolliffe gets the tap. Down in the pack now. Hand pass over the top. Here's the opportunity. They've got 4 players to 1, and away they go. Here's Atkinson, kicks the ball out to the wing. Dewhurst is going to take the mark as the ball drifts towards the boundary line. Dewhurst has the ball. Sends a torpedo in. Here's McKinnon dropping back. They've got plenty of players here. Cheltenham, but nowhere to kick it to. Good kick by McKinnon to the centre wing. Players fly. Good mark in front of the pack. He went to play on. He is made to play on now. Colbert kicks it towards the centre wing. It's drifting and drifting. It's still in play, but it's It's outside the boundary line. Oh, I'll leave that up to the boundary umpire. I thought it was outside, but he said no, he's kicked it out of bounds in the full. McKinnon has the free kick. Half-back flank, kicks it towards the centre half-forward zone. The players fly. Good mark in front of the pack there to Gardner, the ruckman for Highett West. Torpedo punt. Will come over the back of the pack. Jeans takes a good safe mark at half-back. Kicks it out wide. Finds McKinnon. McKinnon playing a good game at the present time. One kick behind the game. A good penetrating kick towards the centre wing. Players fly. They destroyed their own good play there. Kicked, smothered brilliantly there by Goodchild. Goodchild breaks clear once again. This is Peter Goodchild. Kicked it deep down the half-forward flank. White leading in the race to the ball. Can he get control of it? No, he can't. Taps it around, grabs hold of it. Still on the ground. Good tries to get hold of it for Cheltenham. Finally, it comes out in the wide open spaces. A hand pass out here to Dewhurst. Dewhurst, another hand pass on to his teammate McAuliffe. McAuliffe, a hand pass out again, and it's gone out over the boundary line, centre wing. So centre wing, slightly favouring the Highett West end. Ball thrown in once again. Players will fly. Jolliffe gets the tap down on the ground. Goodchild gets the ball, hand passes it out to his teammate in Colbert. Colbert kicks towards the full forward zone. Good attempt of the mark, but it didn't come off. A kick it towards the goals. Marked by Light. Light goes down the centre. He's got the players there if the ball bounces right for him. Here's the opportunity for him. He runs around the ball, can't control it. It is very difficult to keep your feet and stand up and change direction if necessary. And the ball's in the centre, just slightly forward for the Cheltenham end. Ball thrown in the air, Jolliffe and Gardner. Jolliffe gets the tap. Another hand pass out. McKinnon gets it, playing a rattling third quarter for Cheltenham. And it goes out over the boundary line, about 10 metres around on the outer side of the ground for Cheltenham. Right beside their point post. Here's an opportunity for him to score. The ball thrown in, down the back. Highett West come away again. A good penetrating torpedo punt to the half-forward flank. A great race for the ball. And it'll drift over the boundary line before either Claxton, Green or Goodchild can do anything with it. So it's half-forward flank now for Highett West, and that kick was a real penetrating kick, so there is a bit of a breeze advantage out on that particular wing. Ball thrown in once again. Jolliffe gets it down. No one's got control of it. Another hand pass out. Goodchild gets it, kicks it towards the centre wing. The players fly for it. Good one-handed mark there, goes to Griffiths. He's being held there by McKinley, but he still took the mark, Griffiths, for Highett. They switch play over towards the centre half forward zone, more central position. Players flying, Goodchild takes the mark. That's Michael Goodchild. And he kicks it out deep to the half forward flank to a lead from May, but he can't control it either. It's over his head and it goes out over the boundary line. But it's in Cheltenham's scoring zone, half forward flank for them. The ball to be thrown in once again. It'll be McKinley and Griffiths going the tap here. Griffiths gets the tap. Claxton gets the ball, hand passes it out. He's dispossessed. Kicked further along the ground. Goodchild has the ball. Shepherded well by Jolliffe. Kicked towards the centre wing. Here's the opportunity for McAuliffe. He gets the hand pass into Dewhurst. Dewhurst, a long penetrating torpedo punt and a good safe mark coming back was Peter Jeans. Peter Jeans hand passes off to Donnell. They've defended well in this quarter. The players fly it down on the deck. Here's the opportunity for May. He kicks it, a beautiful pass there to McKinley. McKinley can go in forward, and he does. Kicks it, but poorly directed, and Griffiths waiting back there at half-back, takes the mark. Plays on very quickly, gets the ball to the half-back flank, and Goodchild will sit back here and take the mark. At the present time, they're not watching where they're kicking, they're just getting a kick and kicking it anywhere. Goodchild has the ball, he's played on now. Shepherded well there by Jolliffe. Goes to the half-forward flank, the players fly. Good mark here, looks like it's Robinson, and there's an infringement there. It was good actually, but there was an infringement apparently against McKinley. And Griffiths is going to take the free kick, half-back. Kicks it up. It's over the top of the pack. Here's the opportunity for a player just come onto the ground. Anthony McAuliffe kicked it towards the centre half forward zone, and it goes out over the boundary line with a punched away there by Atkinson. Atkinson's kept a tight rein on Paul Green for most of the game, even though he's kicked 2 goals. tapped away there by Jelliff. It's on the ground. May knocks it out into the wide open spaces, battling and tunnelling it along, and they gain another 10 or 15 metres further along the boundary line. Half forward flank now for Highett West, desperately needing a goal. They're kicking with the last use of their breeze. It's only the third quarter. McGardner gets the ball. Cruz gets the ball. Hand passes it out to Mikhailovic. Here's Faulkner, get the ball. Hand passes out to Claxton. Claxton's got to get the ball. Short kick, and it's just inside. No, it's outside the line, and the umpire was right on the ball there. And the free kick will go to Stewie McKinnon for Cheltenham. And he comes to kick the ball. Good penetrating kick to the centre wing. Players fly, it's over the back. Here's the opportunity for Jelliff. Gets a hand pass quickly off to Robinson. He's dispossessed. The opportunity here for McKinley. He still gets a kick in. A chance for Good. Not a very good hand pass. Kick back. They can raffle it. No, Gardner's got a dive. McKinnon sits back and takes a good mark. They still back up very well. A very short kick, not very well directed. And it goes out over the boundary line before May can get it for Cheltenham. Cheltenham starting to show a little bit of ascendancy, a bit more team play, particularly in the back line here. Getting the ball out. Gardner gets the tap out. Curry gets the ball, gets the hand pass out. Here's McKinnon. Played a great third quarter for Cheltenham. He's led them well. Played a good game in the first half, but this has been an exceptional quarter for him. Cheltenham. I think he's playing that loose man in defence, but reading the game well. The ball thrown in. They go. Jelliff grabs the ball out of the ruck, kicks it along a bit further. May kicks it along a little bit further. Scrubby old kick, and finally Dewhurst dives at the ball and punches it out over the boundary line. We're on the centre wing, slightly favouring the Cheltenham men. The ball to be thrown in. It'll be Jelliff and Coates to go the tap. Jelliff's getting the tap. He's starting to get a couple now. Here's May. He kicks it towards the half-forward flank. Oh, good, nearly a mark there to White, I think it was. Oh, pulled down there was White. And it's just showing a little bit more endeavour, Cheltenham, in this quarter. And they're holding Highett West well and truly at bay. Ball thrown in once again. Tap procured by Highett West. A hand pass out of the pack. Dragged off the ball. Corrie gets the ball out to his teammate. And away they go again. Oh, he's overrun it. Jeans has the ball. Played a good game also in this quarter. Sends a hand pass out to Goodchild. Goodchild races infield. Runs his full distance. Kicks it. Penetrating kick towards the centre half forward zone. Hits the deck. Cheltenham come away. Highett West come away again. Here's Dewhurst. Kicks it towards Cruz. Runs through. Here's Gardner. Got the opportunity. They've got plenty of players here. McAuliffe, if he can stand. Gets the ball. Well shepherded. Another hand pass out here to Anthony McAuliffe. He puts it towards the centre half forward zone. Knocked along the ground. Picked up here by Thomas. Hand passed it out. Jelliff kicks it off the ground, but I think he got rid of it first and then was thrown down to the ground. And the free kick will go where it was. So Anthony Thomas will relieve the pressure again for Cheltenham. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. The players will go up, and at the back of the pack is Corrie to take the mark. Read the pack far better than the rest of them. He's still a long way out. He'll be on the 50-metre line, but he does have a fairly strong breeze with him. Going for the torpedo, puts it up high, gives him plenty of opportunity, and touched there by Tony Peeler, and it goes through for 1 point. So Highett West get their second point for the quarter, and they now move along to 3 goals 6, leading Cheltenham 2 goals 6. So they're 6 points up in this third quarter. Cheltenham haven't scored in this quarter. Denell to bring it back for Cheltenham into play. Good penetrating kick, almost a mark there to May. It's down on the ground. They're battling hard for the ball, and the umpire will move in to throw the ball up. They've been playing for 18 minutes in this quarter. A kick back into the pack here by Walsh. Players fly. McKinnon nearly marked it. A kick out of the pack. Here's the opportunity for Cruz. Straightens up. Gets the hand pass out wide, too deep. Here's the opportunity for Atkinson. He can't get it. They dive on the ball, and the umpire will move in and help to throw this ball up. Cruz probably could have had a shot for goal there. Thought better, to a man in better position, but then hand passed it too far away from him. Down on the deck, Peeler gets the ball, hand passes it out to Anthony Thomas, and it goes towards the boundary line and goes out over the boundary line on the full, and the free kick will go to, looks like Jensen. Jensen half forward flank for Highett West. Kicks to the centre half forward zone, the players fly, it's down on the deck. Donnell streams out of the back line, kicks it wide to the wing. Dewhurst leads in the race to the ball. Can he set something up here? Kicks it short across, not well directed. Knocked on further there by the player in Robinson. Robinson knocks it on further. Free kick, I think, to May against Dewhurst. He'll put them into attack, Cheltenham. Players fly. Good mark here, taken once again. It looks like McKinley, I think. Yes, it is. McKinley races infield, races around again, runs his distance, kicks it towards the centre. Full forward Bazana, it's down on the deck. Who's going to get this ball kicked off the ground again by Corrie? It's down on the ground again. Cheltenham have the opportunity. They tap it out wide. Another kick out further. The opportunity here for Robinson, if he can pick it up. He does. Kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. Down on the deck once again. Another hand pass out by Goodchild. It's down on the ground. Another indiscriminate kick out. May sitting back in the centre, gets the ball, passes it over. Looks like to McKinnon. McKinnon will be on his left foot if he can get in control of it. It falls over, can't reach it. Hand pass out. Highett West will come away with the ball here. Looks like Light has got the ball. Playing on, sends a pass. Oh, there's push in the back, allowed to go on. It's still in play. Jeans gets it, dummies. Short kick. And May doesn't let him down with a good lead. Kicks this towards the centre half forward zone. The players will fly, pushed out of the road, but coming from behind, a good mark there. Taken by Corrie. Corrie at centre half back, playing a good quarter also for Highett West. Big pack, and waiting down at the back of the pack was Goodchild. That's Peter Goodchild, he kicked it out to the centre wing. A good lead here given by his teammate in McKinley. McKinley has it, looking for another lead. Short one, finds Donnell, who's come up from full back. Just opens the play up a little bit. Sets, waiting, telling them where to go. In he comes. Good penetrating kick towards the full forward zone. The players fly. Almost a mark there to Highett West. Didn't come off. Claxton leads in the race to the ball. McKinley has the opportunity of keeping it in play, but cannot do it on this occasion. And the boundary line throw in, half forward flank for Cheltenham. Ball thrown in once again, grabbed there by the Highett West player. Another hand pass out wide. Claxton has the ball for Highett West. Slung as he had the kick. Donnell takes a good safe mark there on the half back flank for Cheltenham to stem the tide. Donnell, big kick towards the half forward line. The players fly. It's down on the ground again. Can they come away with it, Cheltenham? No. It's still down at their feet. They're forcing along a bit further and picked up here by Robinson. Kicks it towards the teammate. Found it. Races around. That's Holloway. Holloway kicks towards the full forward zone and goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. About 10 metres around from the point post on the outer side of the ground. Ball to be thrown in. McKinnon grabs it, has a snap for goal. I'll leave it up to the goal umpire. And it is a goal. Great football by Stewie McKinnon. Grabbed it out of the ruck and just snapped the goal. And now they're 3 goals, 6 apiece. And we're coming up to the 24-minute mark of the third quarter. Claxton got hurt there on the centre wing and he's immediately being raced across the ground to be taken off the ground. Ball back in the centre once again, thrown up in the air. Tony Peeler gets the tap, down on them in the mud and slush again. They've got no chance of getting it out virtually unless a free kick comes up and the umpire moves in and says, I'll throw it up. It's a great battle. Once it gets into that mud, it's almost impossible unless a free kick comes up for him to really get it out. Peeler gets the tap, down on the ground once again. It's at their feet. They're trying to just force it forward. Just tap it out, someone on top of someone else, but on the wrong side of the umpire, and the umpire will throw the ball up once again. 10 or 12 players around the ball thrown up again. It's Gardner and Peeler. Peeler got the tap. Shark bot there by Cheltenham. It's down on the ground once again. They're battling hard for the ball. They're just really trying to force the ball. McAuliffe gets it, kicks it out wide, takes the mark, hand pass out to Reed. Funny old kick, but it's got halfway through. They still can't control it. Peeler gets the ball, runs into a stack of players. The ball's down on the grack. Everyone falls on top of the ball, and the umpire will move in for another throw up. Well, Peeler had the chance there, but he turned around, went straight into a pack of players. Down came the ball, and everyone fell on top of it. The ball to be thrown up half forward for Highett West. Big tap out there again by Robinson. Here's the opportunity for Faulkner. Faulkner kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. Donnell knocks it away. The opportunity here, if he gets the hand pass across, has a snap towards the goal. He should have gone for the hand pass because Wallace was on his own, a bit greedy, and the ball goes out of bounds on the full. So a free kick will go now to Cheltenham. Ball kick to the half-back flank, the players fly, and here's this Stuart McKinnon. Great third quarter. Done everything right for them. He has the chance to put it to the outer side, over to the member side, right to the wing. The players fly. Gardner almost brought the mark down. Players are finding it difficult to hang on to the ball. They're being dispossessed very quickly. Finally, Goodchild gets hold of the ball, kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. It's down on the deck once again. The players battling hard for the ball. Kicked off the ground. The opportunity for Highett West to come into attack, but the siren goes for the third quarter. And we find at three-quarter time, Highett West 3 goals 6, 24. Cheltenham 3 goals 6, 24. And in that quarter, Cheltenham kicked 1 goal and Highett West kicked 2 behind. So the scores are all tied up at the third quarter, with Cheltenham to kick with the win in the last quarter. So we should see a titanic struggle in this low-scoring grand final in Second Division Perth for 1992 in the Southern League. You say when? Well, the ball is about to be thrown up to start the last quarter in the grand final of the Second Division Perth, 1992 in the Southern League, and up it goes. Tap procured by Peeler. Shark by Highett West, kicked out wide to the wing. The opportunity for Highett West to go into attack, grabbed high. We'll get the free kick. Free kick will go to Light. Light's come up from full back apparently to try and lift the side. Gets the ball, passes it beautifully along to his teammate in Corrie by the look of it. The number's hard to pick up. Tap down onto the ground. Here's the opportunity for Highett West. They can't get it. Another kick off the ground. It's into the wide open spaces. Brendan May leads in the race to the ball, but it'll beat him over the line and be thrown in. Half forward flank for Highett West. We've got Coates and Peeler in the ruck. Peeler gets the tap. Not a very conclusive one. Down on the ground, a Highett West player kicks it along the ground. It's a hand pass out wide. They're into attack once again. Oh, he's underestimated that one, and Donnell puts his body in, grabs the ball, tries to get it out, tunnels it out backwards, but it goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. Ball on the half forward flank for Highett West. They're into attack. Big tap out by Light, down onto the ground. Here's the opportunity for Highett West. They're looking for a lift from someone. Light put himself onto the ball, and players have been slung over there, but I think it's going to be thrown up. Throw up again on the half forward flank. Peeler gets the tap for Cheltenham. Hand pass out wide. Jones gets it, grabbed high. Will get the free kick. Chance to put Cheltenham into attack, get it up to the centre wing. Kicked it to the centre wing, the players fly. Good mark here, almost brought down by May. Kicked off the ground, another tackle on the ground. Hand passed out, McAuliffe has it. Gets a hand pass out to Dewhurst. Dewhurst kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. Down onto the ground. Player tackled hard. Didn't try to get rid of the ball. The umpire adjudicated the same way. Brendan May has the ball. Short kick, kicks it to McKinnon, unattended at centre half forward, plays on, gets a good penetrating kick towards the full forward zone. Players fly, hits the deck. Here's the opportunity for Cheltenham, are they good enough? Everyone falls on top of the ball and the umpire once again will have to throw the ball up 30 metres out. Ball thrown up, tap procured by McKinley. Roved well there by Ryan, kicks the flank. May doesn't control the ball. Here's a left foot kick towards the pocket. Good, flies very high above the pack and takes a good solid mark in the forward pocket. Half forward flank for Cheltenham. Well, he's 35 metres out. He's on his proper foot. I think he should have the distance. Whether he's got the accuracy. Present time there, 3 goals, 6 each, and we're 3rd or 4th minute of the last quarter. In he comes, deliberating over his kick. Puts it high into the air. It looks as if it's straight through, and he's kicked a goal. That brings up his 2nd goal for the day. And so Cheltenham hit the front. So Cheltenham are 4 goals, 6. Highett West 3 goals, 6. 6-point lead to Cheltenham, 4-minute mark. Back in the centre once again. Thrown up in the air. No one really got the tap. It's down on the deck again. It's in the mud. You're going to find it difficult to get it out once again, and the umpire will have to restart the game again. As he moves in and amongst the mud. Tony Owen grabbed the ball. Throws it up in the air. We'll have Peeler and Gardner going the tap. Peeler gets the tap. Nothing really conclusive. They're trying to force it out. It's just slipping and sliding. Didn't make a good enough effort, so the umpire said so. Light has the ball. He's been prominent so far in this early part of the last quarter. Torpedo punt to the half forward line and a good solid mark. It looks like a good shot on this occasion is chipped in. No, it's Peter Jeans. Good strong mark. Put his body in. Kicks it immediately out to the half forward flank. Robinson doesn't control it, but finally does. Kicks it, but poorly directed. Kicks it straight to Ryan for Highett West. Lavelle gets a hand pass out to Robinson. He doesn't get hold of it. Here's another hand pass out to the wide open spaces. Gardner's got it. He gets a hand pass out. There's a lot of hand passes going out to nowhere in particular. Smothered brilliantly there. Player hurt too. Looks like McKinnon. They dive on the ball. Ill afford to lose him at the present time. But he stands up. He says, I'm not hurt. I'm going to go on with this game. And the ball to be thrown up on the centre wing. Cheltenham holding a 6-point lead in this low-scoring game. Peeler gets the tap out. Down onto the ground, another hand pass out wide, ill-directed. And there's McKinnon battling hard for the ball. He's hurt from that heavy knock, but he's not going to chuck it in for Cheltenham. The ball to be thrown in centre wing. It's Gardner and Peeler to go the tap. Peeler gets the tap. Down onto the ground. Players leave it behind. Someone's got to get a free kick out of this. And it looks like it'll go to Maxie Faulkner on this occasion, and it does. So Highett West relieve the pressure on this occasion. He kicks it towards the centre wing. Hardly can lift his feet. Tapped away there by the Cheltenham player, and it goes out over the boundary line for another boundary line throw in centre wing. Peeler and Gardner. They've been at it all day. Peeler gets the tap. It's down on the deck. McKinnon gets a hand pass out. It's still on the deck. Cheltenham still in control of the ball. Peeler gets the ball. Finally gets a scrubby old kick. Almost marked here by McKinley. Touched, played on, dragged, tapped it on further. Here's the opportunity for Jones. Jones gets a hand pass out to McKinley. McKinley tries to break clear. Kicks it out of bounds in the full, and the free kick will go to Highett West on this occasion. Highett West through Robert McDonald. Kicks it to the centre wing. Fires will fly. Peeler almost marked it. It's over the back of the pack. Gardner has the ball. Hand passes it out wide. Trapped here by Jeans, who's played a good game. Tapped out further. Along the ground. Kicked out. Free kick picked up. Free kick goes to Paul Williams by the look of it. He kicks it out to the centre half forward zone. The players fly. Almost a mark at the back. Hand pass down, and it's trapped underneath him. He couldn't get it out. And they're pushing and shoving. and the umpire says settle it down, and I'll throw it up at centre half forward for Highett West. Peeler gets the tap down on the deck once again. Tackle too high. Free kick to Williams. Looking for a lead. Plenty coming. His player dropping back over his back. Donnell kicks it forward. The opportunity for Goodchild to keep it in play but cannot control it. And it goes out over the boundary line. Half forward flank for Highett West. They've been playing just on 8 minutes in this quarter. The final quarter of the grand final of 1992 in second division first. Kicked out of the pack towards the full forward zone. There's a player being held onto, and a free kick will go to the Highett player. Looks like Andrew White. He had him by the arm, pulled him out, and that's the way the umpire saw it as well. So Andrew White has the opportunity here to bring Highett back to level pegging with Cheltenham. In he comes. Oh, he's kicked right across the face of goal. I'll leave it up to the goal umpire here, and he's only scored 1 point. Still could be an important point for them because they're still up in their forward line. The ball heavy. Mark Donnell needs to get a good clearing kick out from the full-back position on this occasion. In he comes. He'll be the one to bring it into play. Favours the outer side of the ground. Good penetrating type of kick. Players fly. Tap down onto the ground. Pavel gets the ball. Hand passes out beautifully to Goodchild. Goodchild kicks it to centre half forward. Here's the opportunity for McKinley. He can't control it. It goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. 50-metre mark. Cheltenham end of the ground. Ball to be thrown in. McKinnon about to go the tap, and Griffiths. Ball thrown in. McKinnon uses his body, tap down on the ground. The opportunity for Robinson. Robinson kicks it out of the pack, tapped onto the ground. Corrie has the ball, tapped out further. The opportunity for Jones. They fall on top of him, and Jones used his body well. He's still a long way out of goal. He's got him kicked from the 50-metre mark. He's not a strong kicker of a football, even though he has the use of a slight breeze. It'll need to be an extraordinary kick to kick a goal from here. The ball handed over to one of his teammates to dry it. He's covered in mud. So Holloway comes away from the ball now. In comes Jones. Runner up in the best and fairest in second division first. Puts it high into the air. It's a torpedo, drifting, and it goes out of bounds on the full. So no score on this occasion for Cheltenham. Looks like it'll be Griffiths to bring it in. Kicks the torpedo. Centre half forwards down onto the ground. The opportunity here for Robinson. Hand passes out to Goodchild. Goodchild makes the position. Kicks it towards the full forward zone, but drifting back there is Griffiths. He kicks it quickly over to McCaleb. Michael McCaleb has the ball. Back pocket, position, changes direction, dummies. Kicks the ball towards the centre half forward zone. Half forward flank mark here to Robinson for Cheltenham. A short kick, almost marked there by Robert White. Probably should have got a free kick, but didn't get one. Down on the ground. Good battling hard for the ball. They're pushing and shoving him and landing on top of him. The umpire says, no, I'll have the ball. We'll throw it up. Bad luck there for Brett White. Could have quite easily got a free kick. Ball thrown into the air. It's Taylor gets the tap. The opportunity for Jensen to come away with the ball for Highett West. Oh, terrible kick. May gets the ball. Another hand pass out. Jeans up forward. Coming up from the back line, following his man up, has forced the ball out over the half forward line for a boundary line throw in. It's Peeler and Gardner. Peeler gets the tap. No one in particular. It's down on the ground. Jensen gets it. Gets a hand pass. Faulkner gets it. He's trying to thread his way through. Finally gets a kick. And Peeler has the opportunity to take the mark about 70 metres out from goal. Can only put it into the goal square. Moves around. Puts the left foot up high into the air. The players fly. Almost a mark there to McKinley. And it's forced out over the boundary line about 7 or 8 metres around from the point post right in front of the scoreboard. The ball to be thrown in. It's McKinnon in the ruck. And Griffiths. Tapped down onto the ground. No one can get hold of it. Pushed out. Holloway nearly got the ball. Got the hand pass out again. They dive for the ball. He sits over the top of it, and once again the umpire will move in and throw the ball up. Looks like Stevie Cullen throws the ball up. McKinley gets the tap, it's down on the ground. Holloway tapped it out to Jones. Jones trying to force his way through. Finally they come away with the ball. The opportunity here for McDonald. They're still battling for the ball down in front of the goal. McFaulkner hand passes it along the boundary line and goes out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. So Highett West gained about 20 metres for that forceful effort. The ball to be thrown in. Peeler and Light to go the ball. Peeler trapped the ball. No one can get hold of it. They dive on the ball. The opportunity for someone brave to do something about it. Brendan May gets in, hand passes it out to McKinnon. McKinnon can't control it. Once again, it's down on the ground. It's tough football. No one can do very much with it. Very tight football. Half forward flank here for Cheltenham. Can they score? Ball thrown in the air. Peeler gets the tap. Jones underneath, down on the deck. They're all full on top of the ball once again. They're still battling hard, battling their hearts out both sides. And the umpire will have to move in again. They're giving them plenty of opportunity to try and get it out. If you try and do something with it, you're allowed to continue on. Throw it up. Oh, Light just went straight at Peeler. And Peeler will get the free kick, and that's the way the umpire has adjudicated it. Peeler about 60, 70 metres out from goal. Kicks it towards the pocket. Here's the opportunity for McKinnon. McKinnon almost marked it, but couldn't control it. And it goes out off his hands for another boundary line throw in. They're about 20 metres around from their point post. The ball to be thrown in. Players fly. Oh, into his back. McKinnon gets it. Kicks it out of the pack. Still doesn't go any further distance. Jones looking for a free kick. He's underneath the ball, and the umpire will have to come in and throw this one up again. Tight football, both sides. Thrown into the air. McKinnon tries to grab it out of the ruck, doesn't do it. Oh, Dewhurst got away with a throw, and away it went. The players stopped thinking that he threw it, but they didn't. The umpire didn't blow his whistle. An obvious throw. But anyhow, we've got Michael Goodchild just forward of the 50-metre line. He'll kick from about 55, 60. It's still a fair distance to kick from, but he'll put it into the goal square. Big penetrating kick, waiting for the big mark. A player went up, nearly took it. Snap out of the pack. I'll leave it up to the goal umpire to give it. And it's a goal. A good snap there by McKinley. And that puts them now 11 points in front. Good snap out of the pack there. That was McKinley's second goal. A good snap out of the pack there, and there Cheltenham lead 5-6. Highett West 3-7. Ball back in the centre. Tap procured by Peeler. Still battling hard for the ball as Cheltenham and the Highett West players. Dewhurst gets the resulting kick out of the pack at centre. Kicks it towards the half-forward flank to a lead. The mark is taken there by Favell, the rover. He kicks it towards the half-forward flank, waiting for a big mark. Down on the deck, can they get hold of it? They scrummage the ball away. Highett West come away with the ball through Corrie. Kicks towards the centre. Found his captain in Light. Light hand passes it out to a teammate. He's caught Reed. Down onto the deck once again. Tapped out. Highett West come into attack through Dewhurst. Players fly for the ball, and a good safe mark there at centre half back. Goes to Atkinson. Atkinson relieves the pressure just for the time being. Kick towards the centre wing. A good penetrating kick. Peeler goes up, knocked down by Dewhurst, and it goes out over the boundary line right on the centre wing in front of the big crowd. Ball to be thrown in. It's Light and Peeler. Light interfered with, allowed to go on. They dive on the ball once again, and in comes the umpire for a further throw up in the air. Highett West making a change. They look like they've taken Andrew White off. Big tap out down on the ground. Goodchild tries to get hold of the ball, tapped along the ground. They're still scrummaging for the ball on the ground, and the umpire will have to move in for a further throw up. Centre wing, gain no distance either side. Up in the air it goes. Light gets it down onto the ground. They all fall on top of it once again, and the umpire will have to move in to throw the ball up again. Very difficult when you've got 10 or 12 players around the ball to do anything with it. Up it gets, thrown into the air once again. Light gets it down onto the ground. Tapped out in the wide open spaces. Goodchild dives on the ball, knocked out. Highett West have the opportunity. He's collared very quickly. Dispossessed. Down on the ground. Stacks on the mill, more on still. And another further throw up is going to be affected. Highett West gradually pushing the ball along and around. They're about 60 metres out, almost on the 50-metre line. And the ball to be thrown up. Players fly for the ball. Peeler gets the tap down amongst the pack again, a sea of players. And the umpire will have to throw this one up once again. A bit of a push and shove, and howdy to do. The umpire moves back and quickly throws the ball up in the air, breaks them all up. Peeler gets the tap down onto the ground. Highett West get a kick towards the goals. And a very, almost a brilliant mark, and I've got to play this one high above the pack over Thomas then. Just can't pick, and there's a bit of a dust up behind play there, and they're pushing and shoving and so on, but the play goes on. And it looks like it's Terry Walsh, I think, about to have the kick for goal. This could put them 5 points behind. He's kicked it towards the goals. I'll leave it up to the goal umpire, and he has kicked it. So they now move along to 4-7. Trailing Cheltenham 5-6. 5 points the difference. It's 20 minutes into the last quarter, and it's only 5 points the difference. The ball down on the deck once again, and he can't get it out. A player looks like he's been sent off the ground for some indiscretion. Down on the ground, kicked out of the pack here by Faulkner. Highett got their tails up again, and here's Andrew Coates, half forward, kicks it out to the flank here. Marked here by Goodchild. He'll kick it wide out to the flank here. Players leading in the race, the ball for Val and Brett White. Brett White hand passes it over the top to McKinley. McKinley falls at the crucial stage, and it goes out over the boundary line. Half forward flank for Cheltenham into attack. The ball to be thrown in. The crowd been brought to their feet by the closeness of the game. Titanic struggle. The ball to be thrown in. Ball all over the back of him. No one can get it out. Finally the hand pass comes out. Peeler gets the hand pass out wide. They're battling hard for the ball, and it goes out over the boundary line before either team can do anything with it. It's forced further along the boundary line for Cheltenham. Cheltenham hanging to a 5-point lead. Peeler gets the tap down onto the ground, tapped out in the wide open spaces. Kick out of the pack by Cheltenham. They players fly. No one can get hold of it. It's down on the deck. The opportunity for White. He can't get it. They dive on the ball again. Another player dives on top of him. It's just a case of they've come away with it now. Through Ryan. Ryan finds his teammate in McCaleb. McCaleb must move it on. Not a strong kicker of the football. Decides to go across to the centre. The opportunity is there. It's over the back. Donnell has the ball. Can't control it. May has the ball. Kicks it wide out to the flank. Here's the chance for Justin Holloway. Can he get hold of it? Jones has it. Breaks the tackle. Kicks towards the goals. It's going close and close and close. I'll leave it up to the goal umpire. And he says it's a goal. A great goal by Mark Jones. And the game has really come alive. So Cheltenham now move along to 6-6. 11 points up on Highett West. 3-7. 25. Great snap there. Just missed the outstretched hands of the Highett West player. He tried desperately to get to it. Just couldn't touch it. Ball back in the centre. Thrown up. An infringement in the centre. Free kick goes to Jelliff. Highett West must add too many players in the centre square. Jelliff has the ball, kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. tap down onto the ground, into the lake, slush, mud, and the umpire will have to move in here to throw the ball up once again. As he extricates himself there, the player, mud and slush all over him, Colbert. Ball thrown in the air, Jelliffe gets the tap, Jones gets the ball, gets the hand pass, tries to use his strength to get out, kick off the ground. Dewhurst going in hard for the ball, grabbed high, it's still in the pack, they're still trying to get it out and they can't get it out, and the umpire will move in and throw the ball up. We're 23 minutes into this last quarter. The ball thrown high into the air. Gardner gets the tap, another tap. Basketball going on. Can Highett West get clear of it? Gets it. Gardner gets it. Gets a hand pass out wide. The opportunity. Oh, grabbed high. The umpire can't see that. Down on the deck. Desperate football being played by both sides. There's a few free kicks going, begging, but the umpire can't be in every place. Ball thrown up at centre half forward. Gardner gets the tap. Tap by Dewhurst. Finds a teammate in Walsh. Walsh will get the free kick. You've got to go quickly forward. You've got to go centre. Walsh kicks it. He's a tired man. Jeans drops the mark. It's down on the deck. Cheltenham have the players. Another hand pass out the back. Finds Goodchild. Goodchild races through the centre mud. Kick towards the half forward flank. It's in the pocket at the moment. Here's an opportunity for Holloway. He tapped it on further. They dive in on top of the ball and everyone's on stacks on the mill, more on still, and the umpire will throw it up. 25, 30 metres out from goal in the forward pocket here, right in front of the scoreboard. Thrown into the air. Griffiths goes up unattended, taps it out. McKinnon naps it out forward. Picked up here by Corrie. Eventually to clear it away. Kicks it out the centre wing. Jeans and Atkinson have the ball. Well shepherded Jeans. Well done Atkinson. Kicks it to the half forward flank. Need a diving mark. Hits the deck. McKinnon gets the ball. Hand pass out to May. May changes direction. Kicks it out wide. Here's a battle for the ball. May kicks the ball. Follows it up. Kicks it off the ground again for the third or fourth time. And again. Overruns it this time. Pull the player out. No free kick. Play's allowed to go on. They all fall on. They're still trying to force the ball out, and the umpire moves in and says, I'll throw it up half forward for Cheltenham. They hold a 11-point lead. Big tap out there by Jelliffe. It's down onto the half forward flank. McKinley dives for the ball, taps it over the boundary line, and the ball is thrown in another 15 metres further along. They're about 45 to 50 metres out, almost on the 50-metre line. The ball thrown up. Oh, tapped down by Jelliffe, picked up by Brett White, kicks it towards the centre half forward zone. Didn't take it with him, the Cheltenham player or the Highett West player. Kick out of the pack once again, and here's Opportunist. Opportunist is Good, Robert Good. 35 metres out, maybe a little bit closer, but that's where he'll kick from. Robinson grabbed that, kicked it just out of the pack, through the pack, cleared them, and there was Robert Good sitting on his own 4 or 5 metres in front of his opponent. Luck's a fortune, but you make it if you play it in front on a day like today, where the ball is heavy and the kicks don't go very far. In he comes. Can he really put a nail in the coffin for Highett West? He runs close into the mark, puts it high, it's drifting, and only goes through for 1 point, but it's a vital point to have as well. So only 1 point on that occasion by Robert Good. Steve Cruz will bring the ball in for Highett. We're up to around about the 26, 27 minute mark of the quarter. So time is slipping away for Highett. Cruz kicks it to the half-back flank. The players fly it down on the deck. Jones has the ball. He battles for the ball, gets the hand pass out. Goodchild gets it. Cheltenham are finishing home desperately, and 1 point on the scoreboard goes to Cheltenham. And that's an important point to have too, even at this particular junction. Cruz to get the ball. Cruz very tired. Been switched to the full-back line in the last bit. The game slipping away from Highett as Cheltenham just have that little bit more freshness towards the end. Kicked out wide. McKinnon doesn't mark it. Kicked off the ground by McDonald, but there's Gene sitting back. Went to hand pass and threw it up in the air. The umpire allowed it to go on. It's gone out over the boundary line for a boundary line throw in. Slightly forward of the wing, Cheltenham's end. Cheltenham look like they have this grand final of 1992 wrapped up at this early juncture, very close to the siren time. Tapped down by Gardner, picked up by Mayhe. Mayhe's played a good game on the wing for Cheltenham. Oh, heavy clash of bodies there of two players. Kicked out in the centre. Brett White has the ball, hand passes it out. Caught, hand pass again. Brett White still tries to get it through the pack. Another kick out of the pack by Highett West. They're trying desperately to get out of the mud. Kicked out by Corrie. Picked up here beautifully by the Cheltenham player. Kicks it to centre half forward. Tapped away there by McKinley. Gardner has it. Comes loose. Holloway kicks it out in the wide open spaces. They're battling for the ball. They're all over the place. McDonald gets the hand pass. Tapped on further. Here's McKinnon. He's got the ball and the premiership. And they've come away to win. In the final analysis, Cheltenham finished up 6 goals, 8, 44. Highett West, 4 goals, 7, 31. In the last quarter, Cheltenham kicked 3 goals, 2. Highett West, 1 goal, 1. And once again, we've seen very tough conditions for both sides to play good football. They battle their hearts out, but the fresh legs of Cheltenham at the finish, they had that week's rest, really made the difference. They just had 1 or 2 more runners. 2 or 3 players who were down for 3 quarters. Players like White, who'd hardly had a touch, all of a sudden found another leg and got kicks. And those kicks proved productive. Stewie McKinnon played his heart out in the 3rd quarter, got very tired, played up in the forward line, was still using his body, tapping the ball out, and they came away to win the grand final of 1992 in Southern Division, 2nd Division first. 6 goals, 8, 44. Highett West, 4 goals, 7, 31. The goal kickers for Cheltenham, Terry McKinley 2, Robert Good 2, Mark Jones 1 and Stuart McKinnon 1. For Highett West, Paul Green 2 and Steve Cruz 1 and Terry Walsh 1. Great game. Wouldn't like to pick a best man on the ground, but if I had to be pushed to an argument, I'd have to go for Stewie McKinnon. Led the side well. His 3rd quarter was absolutely magnificent, played a great first half, and when they had to do something in the last quarter, he was still using his body, still knocking the ball on, still attempting to take the mark. So in my book, I'll give him best man on the ground, closely followed by Griffiths from Highett West. Great scenes here as Cheltenham crowd, spectators and players are all congregated over here on the outer half-forward flank. What a great feat for Barry White, the coach, and also for Cheltenham. Haven't won a premiership since 1934, but they gave their all, they gave everything. They weren't going to relent in that last quarter. It was tied up at 3-quarter time, but they threw their heart and soul into it. Both sides did, but when it came down to who was going to win the game, we found that Cheltenham just found that extra leg. And Barry White, great coaching today. I thought his moves throughout the game were great and ably led by Stuart McKinnon. And congratulations, Cheltenham, on winning your premiership, your first in the Southern League or the South East Suburban Football League. Haven't won a premiership since 1934, and they go off in 1992 in the Southern Division, having won this great grand final played by Highett West and Cheltenham.